the Bane makes it so that you're kiting around, right?
Game kedua 1-0 untuk Rora ya.
Own thing in the back line, because if they dive in with the deadly catch,
Let's
able
go.
to push people away, creating more space for it in a time. So for RQ, it's a draft for Skylar, and for Aurora, this is like MLBB 2 years ago, where you have the Fredrin, where you're just forcing fights time and time again, and except this time, having the Eve, you're able to slow down the enemy so
Game
much,
kedua, let's go.
so you can able to dish out free damage. And the Cho as well. I'm pretty sure Cho is gonna have Drill.
Cho
This
Rene
is
J.
still, even though it's like utility over utility over utility, Aurora's 3-man mid lane is actually very strong.
Yeah,
Main panel atau main bane.
from there as well. So now that we're back in the land of dawn for game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, I feel inclined to remind you of the stakes, because if Aurora are able to take one more game, they immediately qualify to the next stage of the Snapdragon Pro series. RQ needs to do everything in their power to stop their tracks.
Right now, we got to do a little bit of house cleaning here. But first of all, I'm looking at the gold lane here, and it looks like Domengkite is actually having priority over Skylar. Something to note here is that Dyron is going to be using the Revitalize. And looking at Dyron's talent setup, looks like he's going to be a little bit more aggressive, having the drill as well as
bawah.
the spell vamp thing.
Speaking of aggression, though, down here, Edok and Skylar both already taking a lot of punishment from Yue and Renajay. Edok not really catching a break this series. In game 1, he was getting abused pretty hard in the first few minutes, too.
Oh, and something we haven't highlighted, Renajay, Cho is his hero, man. Like,
true.
No matter which lane he goes to, if he's playing jungle, EXP, or whatever, if he's using the Cho, then Renji fans, they don't have to worry about anything.
Ooh, there we go. A praises Raph. Love to see it. Just turns Skylar into a pile of mush for first blood.
You say love to see it? I would say debatable. It depends.
I mean,
which
if you're on the
side...
receiving end, you know,
yeah,
then you won't see it before you're turned into a pile of mush. So it's fine.
Yeah, honestly, Fredrin is a TikTok favorite, man. Like,
Free.
so many clips of
Tarto
4,000 damage on the Princess Wrath. It's like, ugh.
Even I have a
Disgusting.
TikTok clip on Fredrin. That's how you know
Oh, really?
there's a lot. Yeah, I do, actually.
Oh, no. Well, there you go. You got
Okay,
the Chos,
Skylar
you got
card
the
nih.
Fredrins. So now with RQ Hoshi, they're still fine because their comp does scale up.
Mati, kan?
So it's okay. Having
Flicker
Skylar die
si
there
Yue.
is kind of not okay.
Yeah, Yue continuing his control of the skies from the last round by taking out Skylar himself in the bot lane, despite it being a 2v3. That real world manipulation being able to extend all the way under tier 1. And now we can see why he
gini,
picked
bro.
up this hero despite having to face a Valentina.
Yeah, Yue now as well. In the previous game, he was basically untouched. Perhaps the same thing can be said about this game, because looking at how Renajay is moving around. Oh, now Domengkite as well.
Deadly Catch able to stop Domengkite from going forward. Entropy allows Skylar to walk back as well. That means that Aurora cannot continue their pursuit here. So RQ is some breathing room, but unfortunately
masih
they
ada
found
break
her
ya
in.
untung
So
kocak.
with the Purify, he is
Kaget gue,
fine.
Cak.
Do you worry if Fredrin comes back to the meta, Staffa?
Well, we haven't seen him in a long time, so I actually don't mind seeing him a little bit. What I do worry about is if we see nothing but Fredrin.
Okay. You know what? I'll agree with you there. Fredrin is fine. Not every game, Fredrin. Speaking of every game, looking at the top lane here, it looks like Dyron gets punished so hard, and now Domengkite goes to the jungle.
Not able to get his own purple buff. Avatar the Guardian a bit too late, and the way of oh wow, he just gets kicked back into the Appraiser's Wrath. And Domengkite has some takoyaki for dinner. Unfortunately, Edok and Skylar in the front line finally picks up Yue and are able to walk back into their own tier 1 to be able to stay safe from the rest of Aurora.
I mean, so far, Aurora is having amazing control. 1.5k gold ahead, and Domengkite, he's basically 80% HP here. He's completely fine with contesting the turtle again. And again, Fredrin is one of those turtle contests that is very hard for you to really do anything. Especially as a Bane that lost his purple buff that doesn't have red tree. Yeah, this is going to be a free turtle for Aurora all day, every day.
RQ understand it as well. And we can see them already shifting to defensive positions. Renjay looking for Skylar, not able to find him. But with the wave cleared up, Domengkite not going to be able to find too much more gold off of it. Dyren wants to look for an ult, but without Petrify, he's not really able to set up. So Aurora just gets to walk away.
Looking at the goal leaderboard here, both side laners for Aurora is actually doing very, very well. Now, even the jungler, they're shifting between Domengkite as well as Sutsujin, but really a big difference here. 3.7k for the Moskov, and Skylar is nowhere near.
Yeah, that is not a good sign because we literally mentioned earlier, Nathan as a hero just is so strong in general throughout the game, and Aurora knows this. So a lot of additional pressure has been put on Skylar's lane in particular, just to make sure that Domeng has a great time.
And they're like, oh, we heard you're strong, but are you 1v3 kind of strong? It looks like, not really. Like, as strong as the hero is, going up against Renegade, Yue, Domengkite, as well as Domengkite, it's a very big ask for Skylar on this Natan, especially when we see when Edok comes to help save him, Edok takes so much damage that he really can't contribute too much. And Skylar, whether he likes it or not, has to stay under his turret.
He may be able to walk through time, but he's not really able to walk through people. Aurora gonna continue initiating on the bot lane, targeting Edok. Nagatot again forced back, even the Spear of Destruction, just to contribute a little additional damage. Oh, concealed play, way of the dragon, right into the real population, and that is going to be a dead Sutsujin. Dyren trying to stop Yue, but again, no Petrify. He can only just walk back. Renegade being as annoying as we expect, and Aurora continuing to apply pressure, looking for even more across the map.
Boom.
Tier 1 gonna be the target. Embraces trap, does some solid damage once again.
Nice
Tier
range.
1 manipulations of this time,
No.
trapping Domengkite, but he's able to still
No.
walk away despite everything.
Anjir, kagak mati
Dude, how is that fair? How is that fair? Domengkite still survives after all of that, getting tower shot, being the real world manipulation.
Sama
gets a
Domengkite.
turtle. Oh.
He lives up to
Anjir,
his
kagak
name,
mati, bro.
He can kite anything, even on a slow hero.
So that's why. All right, now a kick going on to Dyren. It looks like not gonna be much there.
Emang hero
Rora,
power
like
sih
you said,
Domeng
Staffan,
sih.
just
Moskov.
keeps on putting the pressure, making it so that Arkeoshi don't have time to breathe. And looking at how Edok has been playing, this is one of those times where I reminded myself of my rank games and why I don't like using roam.
You know, I absolutely understand because I feel the same way. I feel really bad for Edok right now. His score is 1-0-0. Actually pretty good for a roam, but he's been able to contribute so
Mati 2 kali udah
little
si
to the
Skylar,
overall
bro.
game so far.
Yeah. But to be fair, no one from Arkeoshi really has an impact
Tuh,
so far.
Renegade.
Dyren hasn't, Rins hasn't, Susujin hasn't. This really does feel like Arkeoshi. They're just playing for
Tuh
farm.
kagak dicek loh.
And they're not trying to find unnecessary fights, or at least for Arkehoshi, most of the fights seem unnecessary just because even if we do fight, what are the chances that we're gonna win? It's very
Ah,
low.
mati udah Dyren.
Dyren in trouble, Spear of Destruction already connected, and here comes Renegade.
Anjing, udah bagus banget, Cok.
Keeps him alive for a little bit, but not against 3 members of Aurora. They're just
Crit
continuing to
space
find
buat
picks
Skylar aja
everywhere
nih.
across the map. And even though it seems like a lot has happened so far, actually only 7 kills in total this game, 5 in favor
Ini
of
ngelok ke
Aurora.
Sutsujin aja nih.
Yeah, it's
Lihat
unfortunate,
aja.
but Arkehoshi, they need to find an opportunity to get something here, because again, they're playing very, very defensive. And this is not to their fault. This is how their draft is systematically supposed to be played. But again, once they have an opportunity to turn things around, then it's going to be good. The bad thing here is Stafa is that from Aurora, not a single person has more than 3 kills. So no big shutdown goal will be held. Even if they kill Domengkite, the amount of gold they get from Domengkite isn't that much because he only has 2 kills.
And this is one of the positives as well of just Filipino gameplay, where if
Domeng.
there's not a lot of kills, no matter how far ahead you are, you dying actually doesn't create that much of an impact because you just don't have any shutdown gold to give away.
Banyak
Next
range-nya.
Lord now gonna be the target. Aurora gonna take their time with this one.
Arkehoshi, they're trying to use this Lord as a bit of a leverage to keep Aurora here. Sutsujin gets found out by Renegade.
Where the dragon kicks him right into the rest of the Aurora gang, and Abrasion's Wrath finishes him off. UA wins the death box fight against Rins. Skylar has to use entropy defensively. Dyren will be able to get some split push in on the bottom side of the map, but is it gonna be enough?
Honestly, this might be over for Arkehoshi because rarely do we see that happening where a jungler gets straight up caught by a Cho, because usually you would have your members of the team or the jungler himself opening up the map. Like, look at this. It's weird that Sutsujin, maybe he was looking at his items or something, but he reacted so late towards Renegade catching him there. I mean, Bane doesn't have a dash, so even if he notices, what else is he gonna do, you know? But still, this shows that might be over.
Renegade actually caught out between all 5 members, but survives on 10% HP, even after everything. With all the resources spent, Sutsujin just barely able to secure his orange buff.
I mean, if this keeps on going on, Staffa Aurora looks like they have the first ticket to go to the next stage. Right? They can do it. Arkehoshi, only with 2 kills, down by 5,000 gold. I don't think Skylar has the Holy Crystal just yet. And at this point, he might need the Divine Glaive as well.
It's a complete reversal from what we saw in their match against Fnatic Onyx yesterday. Aurora showing them how it is done. The wave are gonna be beautiful
lagi,
three-man flicker. Jika no knockout right into the real world manipulation. Domengkite gonna be doing some damage. The Siren comes in with the electro final blow, but he's not able to really do anything at all. Vengeance.
Domeng.
And now Domengkite is in the base. He takes a double kill. Only leaving Rins alive. This is the opening Aurora wanted. 3v1. They're gonna push straight down mid and look to end game 2.
Coaches and goal leaders would say that what Domengkite did was a mistake. But the dopamine you get from doing that cool play, I'd say it's worth it. It's
tower doang.
I mean, he should rename himself to Dopamine.
Domengkite.
You're a goddamn genius, Staffa. I didn't even think of that. Dopamine kite. Oh, that's... You know what? There you go. You know what? Yeah, I approve. 10 out of 10.
Nice. I got approval, guys. Happy about that one.
Ooh,
nice. He tried to jump back in to jump away, and then he just blew up.
Level Sutsujin aja sama Skylar anjing.
Scary, but they only have 1 inhibitor to play with.
Dicek semua sih.
Yeah, but you know, that's good. First you kill the gold leader, and then you kill the EXP, so there's a chance. Like, if you're in RQ's position, any good thing that happens, you just gotta take it, right? If your manager buys you a burger, you're like, we're losing, but at least we get a burger. You gotta be happy with what you got.
You know what, LaFell, you are absolutely right. Sometimes you just gotta appreciate the little things in life. And right now, any little victory RQ can get, they gotta hold on to and turn into a snowball.
Yeah, right now RQ, they're probably talking about, you know what, a burger is great, but you know what would be even better if we can steal this Lord away. The problem is they can't move forward. They don't really have a lot of avenues to come and check this Lord, and it looks like Aurora wants Hoshi to come in. Never mind, they're bursting it down.
Yeah, they know that RQ is not gonna contest at this point. It would be a little bit suicide to try and jump into that, because Aurora still has a pretty big network lead at this stage. They'll just try to hold, because if they steal RWM with Deadly Catch, their base defense is actually not bad.
Oh yeah, honestly not bad. And looking at the gold here, Skylar has caught up, only differentiating by 1,000 gold, so it is still okay. It is good. Arkehoshi, this is probably the strongest position that they can be in, because like you said, the wave clear is very good. And it's on Aurora not to make the mistake. The Deadly Catch, the damage coming in from the Natan, they can do something here. Arkehoshi can do something here.
Absolutely, but that'll depend on them. The Lord is crashing in. They're taking a good amount of damage. Edok in a lot of trouble. Avatar the Guardian forwards. Maybe should have used it defensively, but he is actually able to survive and clear the minion wave for now. Werewolf manipulation being used by Rins to actually deal with a lot of the minions coming in for Aurora and even take out Yue at the same time. Arkehoshi are able to survive to fight another day.
Yeah, that was good, but now another wave is coming. Can they
Wah,
do
wah,
it
wah, wah,
again?
wah, domeng.
Prince dashes in, gets hit with the Spear of Misery. Unfortunately,
Wah,
no
nggak bisa,
stun
Cok.
here. Dyron's still alive. Skylar uses
2-0.
comes on in. The crystal is wide open, and because of that, Aurora will be your first team.
Wow.
Moving on to the next
Aurora.
stage of the Snapdragon Pro Series MLBB.
Yep,